Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Roger, creator of Dungeon Crusade Groovis Games Unlimited, and I am so happy that you're here, and I am quite elated. I have been quite elated. First of all, thank you for your time, your interest. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the comments. There's some new subscribers to the channel. We all welcome you. Thank you. It's very nice to have you here. I hope that your summer is going good and you're enjoying any board games you may be playing. So let's get on with this. Let's start with this. First of all, thank you for those last videos. You know, that new format I came up with, there was a lot of nice comments about that. And I thought it came out really nice. So I like putting in that work for you because I know you guys enjoy it and you learn more about the game and see more about the game. And you're going to see a lot today, and I have a little surprise for you and some new ways to play Dungeon Crusade right out of the box. A very simple mod. We're going to get to all that. So why am I so elated? Let me tell you. We finished all of the punch boards for the game. All the the various tokens, the cardboard miniatures, the markers, all of that stuff has been completed. It all looks great, and we're going to look at everything today for the game. What you're going to see, the punch boards are actually going to come with the game. And I have to make mention of this most awesome artist named Cole. Cole, if you're listening, I love you, man. Thank you. Cole is, first of all, an amazing artist, and he has done board games. He sets up rule books. He's created his own games. He knows everything about the manufacturing end of it, and definitely setting up punch boards. And Cole and myself have worked together for the last few weeks, and he created the template, if you will, for the punch board, so I could get all of the various tokens onto this for manufacturing. And then he set up the cardboard miniatures one, which we're going to see in a few others, but he is just tremendous. Super nice guy, talented, creative, very driven, and he will always be with us for every game we do. He's just an awesome ally. So thank you, Cole. We're going to be looking at some of those templates you created and what we worked on. So going back to that, you know what I mean, I don't script anything, guys. I just talk from the heart and let it all out. The game is done. I'm talking with the manufacturer, which we're going to get to in a second. We're going to share a bunch of stuff about that. But I showed, all the cards have been done. So now the punch boards are done. There's a few edits we're doing. It's nothing that's going to, delay this at all. This is all getting submitted this coming week. And so why don't we take a shot over here to WinGo Games. And I'm going to give a massive shout out to my awesome project manager, Donnie. She has been, this last week, we have gotten a lot accomplished, guys. Like a ton of stuff accomplished. And we're partnered with WinGo Games, and we're very happy about that. And they're going to be working very hard to, get the game printed for us in the proof copy. And from what we talked about, what we had to do is, and hopefully I don't draw this out too much, but I always like to share this stuff with you so there's spec sheets for everything. So this past week, I kind of went over everything that they made a while ago, and I checked over everything, and there was a few corrections that we had to make on them. Nothing really big, but I just wanted it to be more streamlined and more understandable. So when they're looking at this, because from after what we talked about, this game's kind of going to be leaving my domain or our domain. It's going to be in the hands of WinGo, where Donnie is going to be working with the engineers and getting this stuff ready for print in the proof copy. So a lot has happened with lining that up. And I have to say that once everything was done, it's not just simple as, okay, here's everything, go ahead and print it. A lot of calculations have to be made. We had to go over a few things, which I'm going to show you, to make sure everything is accurate, because there's more people involved, there's more moving parts with everything. It's a big process during the submission process. So we got everything nailed down this past week. So Donnie, you were amazing, and I thank you. And so this is just some of the stuff with WinGo, and they've been in business, I think they said, since 1992, and they do hundreds and hundreds of board games a year, and they're just, I don't know, to me, a proven leader, and just a very solid company with great people. So thank you to Donnie. You are awesome, and I look forward to this coming week with, getting everything to you so you guys can get to work. Just real quickly, what we were discussing. But this is the Dungeon Crusade Kickstarter page. And what I want to say is, you know me, I always do monthly updates to keep everyone in the loop. I'm going to dispatch the next update, of course, in probably this late next week. I wanted to have all of the files at the manufacturer, and I think that's a very awesome, great update to put out that, hey, it's all at manufacturing, and, it's kind of, in a way, out of our control now because, WinGo's going to do their part of getting everything ready. And I'm so excited, guys, that this is just, it's finally done. And it's kind of weird, though, to be honest with you. It's like I've spent years, on the play testing and developing and creating and working, and it's kind of like it's tapered off, and I just feel kind of, in a way, lost, I guess you could say. But I'm just incredibly happy how this came out, and we're finally at the end of the road. So real quickly, because I want to get to the punch boards. I know you're probably excited to see these, and I want to talk to you about all of it. Like some of the things, again, like what we had to talk about, and I'm going to use the, and another thing with the Pledge Manager page. This is the Pledge Manager page for Dungeon Crusade, so I want to make mention of that. But some of the things that we had to discuss, so you guys are in the loop and you understand all this. Where's the, and I'll give you some technical terms. Like here, here's Tower Attack. This game comes standard with Dungeon Crusade. It's a dice pushing game, and it's a House of Chance game. Well, when you do a spec sheet, say we're talking about, Tower Attack. Well, when you have all of these different parts on a spec sheet for a manufacturer, there's a code that they use, at least, WinGo does, called 4C plus 4C. And what that stands for is, say this front side of Tower Attack here. Okay, that's 4C. That means it's going to be full color. What you see right here, that's going to be known as 4C. That is full color. Well, then it says, then there's a plus 4C. And the second 4C is for the reverse side. So if you see 4C plus 4C, that means it's colored on both sides. That there's, like a card for the game. Of course, that's definitely 4C plus 4C because, there's art on the front and back. Well, things like Tower Attack, there's nothing on the back. It's just a plain black side. So that's something like in the process of this last week, we had to go over everything. And things like this had to be known as 4C plus 1C, meaning one color, which will be black. So it was like little things like this, of addressing to make sure we had that right. So this, of course, is 4C, 4 colors, like full color on the front, plus 1C, 1 color on the back, which would be black. And we had to do that to this, because on the spec sheet, these two things were 4C plus 4C. And we had to correct it to 4C plus 1C, because this is going to have a black back. The village board is going to be, of course, the 4C plus 1C, because it's going to have a black back, and the Avalon Adventure board game is going to, be full color on the front and 1C on the back, just black. So just to give you an idea, that's kind of the stuff we had to really nail down because, she has to talk to the engineers and all that who was going to be putting all this together. So that's what we are doing. And I get asked this a lot, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't push pledging on people. I never have, and I never will. However, with our talks with Donnie and WinGo, she mentioned in our last conversation with talking about the game that she is putting this on a schedule. And kind of like when I said this is going to be out of my control, so to speak, they're going to have this. And it sounds like it's going to be moving very quick, the way she's talking. They're talking about getting the proof copy really quick and getting right into mass production. So I would not worry yet, but I would say when these files are submitted next week, you may want to start looking at the Pledge Manager. I always want to make, you make a well-informed and comfortable decision for the game, if you're planning to do that. It's a very unique experience, I'll say that. So don't worry about it now, but I'll be giving you fair warning when all of this has been submitted, and when the pledge manager will be closing. So don't worry. You have plenty of time. Okay, I'm